Nurse J and Nursing the Truth, and hope everyone is having a good night. I am. I'm quiet in my little cubby hole in the corner, but I'm not punished, I promise. So, anyway, I am still reading out of my almost finished book, The Alien World Order Agenda, about how the reptilians their plan to divide and conquer the human race. As we know, the draconians, reptilians, do not like us humans, and they always have had it out for us. And, I think that God Inky doesn't really give a rat's ass, actually, what they think. I do believe that he gave us some pretty cool things, and if it wasn't for Inky, then we couldn't manifest. So, and I really don't know if their agenda is going to go through. What do you think? Do you think before it goes through, Inky's not going to do something? He's probably walking around here now. We don't know. God Thoth and Inky is probably going, your plan's not going to work. You're not that wise. You're not as smart as I am. So these gods are battling for humanity. Just like the Greek gods, if you watch the gods of Egypt and or the immortals of Zeus. Anyway, enough of that. So, on a more serious note, if you don't think that these presidents don't know anything about extraterrestrials, friends, you need to go somewhere else. You need to go to another planet. Because on or about February the 21st of 1954, President Eisenhower met with an alien contingent at Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. Known facts, nothing hidden, nothing new under the sun. And that group of aliens has come to be popularly known as the Greys. Out of that meeting, they came an agreement between the U.S. government and the alien race, now known as the Treaty of Greada, Greada. We would allow them to abduct a limited number of humans of their choosing and to perform examinations to allow them to study the physiology and the psychology of the human race. In return, they would provide our military with advanced technology, especially as regards biotechnology and anti-gravity aircraft propulsion systems. They were to provide us with a list of those who had been abducted. This treaty was necessary because galactic law does not permit an alien species to abduct members of a native planetary population without an invitation. Thus, did we open the door to what has become a widespread phenomenon, not limited to the U.S., that has ultimately allowed the creation of a hybrid race. Since the aliens arrived at the meeting in spaceships, we assumed that they came from off-planet, but that was not the case. The Greys came from their underground realm, and Thoth even talks about entities underground. They were the crossbreed of reptilians and Syrians that have been the scourge of humanity for millennia. They were representatives of the Brotherhood of the Snake. The first abduction of this new era took place on September the 19th, 1961, on a deserted road near Indian Head, New Hampshire. Betty and Barney Hill were taken out of their car and up into an alien spacecraft hovering over the road and subjected to separate physical examinations by the Greys. The site is now commemorated by a roadside historical marker. I went to a MUFON conference here in my city. Very interesting, and we talked about this as well. Guys, you know, a lot of people want to laugh about all of this, but there's got to be some truth to it, because like I said, every civilization wrote about alien spacecrafts, beings that came from the sky. In your Bible, it says, from those from heaven fell, or from those from heaven came. Heaven only means sky, guys. It doesn't mean walking on the streets of gold with these gates and, you know, angels floating around and harps and, you know, eating fruit off of a table and all that good stuff. Okay? In your Strong's Concordance, BibleHub.com, when you put heaven, it says sky. Sorry, people. Hate to bust your bubble tonight. And Uranus, which is just another word for Uranus. Another father, a planetary system that they like to put in. So anyway, what does Nurse J know? Ironically, that treaty was not really necessary, they said. We had already been given an anti-gravity disc to back engineer by our friends, the Ebens, from Zeta Reticuli as a gift. It landed at Kingman, Arizona on May 21st, 1953, and was taken by our military to Area 51. And you want to know why it's so heavily guarded? And if people start talking about it, they die. And there was a man that I had seen on YouTube where they had actual interviews with. He was an older man. I think he's passed now. And you want to know why Buzz Aldrin looks like he's MK Ultra'd all the damn time and got eyes like this when he's talking? And why he's an alcoholic? Because he works for NASA. So anyway, the 4 Eben crew members were bused to Los Alamos, but thanks to the hyper-compartmentalization of top-secret information, that event may have been known to only the MJ-12. Oh, and go look up MJ-12. Just do it. And not to the president at that time. This is not surprising, since MJ-12 carried a top-secret code with classification from which the president was usually excluded. And guess what? Do you know the CIA has their own constitution? That they don't have to let nobody know nothing, not even the damn president. The Association of Classified Groups of our government military scientists with the Greys and their cousins, the reptilians, has since grown into a close cooperation that has essentially turned into what could be termed as an alliance. That alliance also includes representatives of large corporations that research and supply classified military equipment, as well as insiders in the intelligence and space community. Altogether, they constitute the military industrial complex that Eisenhower warned us about in his farewell address on January of 1961. Now, that complex, combined with the Bavarian Illuminati of Whitehoff in 1776, the main Illuminati financial resource has become referred to as the cabal. So, how are you liking this? You know, I'm loving this. Because I know it's true, my friends. And once you come to truth and you know what the truth is going to set you free. There's no older words. Man, know thyself. Egyptian words. Know thyself. Fear is not good. Fear is what keeps you in the shell. Are any of you ready to leave? Are any of you ready to go to the next world? What about another planet? That would be nice. So guys, these presidents know the government is corrupt. John Adams, Madison, Jefferson, Washington, they knew. Jefferson was an anti-federalist. He was against this. He'd be rolling in his grave right now. Or could he be a person that's reincarnated and he's here now to lead against this cabal? Where's our Andrew Jackson that said to hell with you central bankers? Until next time, hope you've enjoyed this video of what happened between Eisenhower and the Greys. Hotep, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.